Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. History will be made in the English-speaking Caribbean on December 3 with the inaugural running of the rich Mouttet Mile at Caymanas Park in Jamaica. The race carries a purse of $125,000 US, the most lucrative prize pot in the history of racing in CARICOM. The sole promoters of horse racing in Jamaica, Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited, SVREL, will complement the Mouttet Mile with another new race. That's the Peter Stewart Memorial Plate, valued at $25,000 US. So $150,000 on two races on Mouttet Mile Day. Now, SVREL says it will not scrimp on the luxuries, as patrons will again be able to enjoy the in-field experience, complete with ruby carpet and exquisite catering against the backdrop of a state-of-the-art digital tote board and Mariah wearing a 3-year-old fascinator. To talk more about the day is chairman of SVREL. We call him the high priest of horse racing promotion, Solomon Sharpe. Solomon, welcome to this program, sir.
Thank you very much. How are you doing?
It is well with me. I see you're on the job as we speak.
Yes, I'm at the track.
There you go.
We just got some 5 imported 2-year-olds. Just got released from the quarantine at the airport today. So I'm just here taking a look.
Yeah, from Plum Point to Caymanas Park. Let's talk about Caymanas Park, December 3, this Mouttet Mile. Tell the viewers about it.
So we were working with the Mouttet family from as early as 2019 to bring this big race here. We thought it best to happen in 2020. The pandemic came, it shifted the whole calendar. We just couldn't fit it in. Again, we tried to make it happen in 2021, but when you look at all the restrictions that were happening and you want to bring a big spectacle like this, you see the kind of investment in the purse alone at $150,000. We took our time and we waited on the right time for it to happen. So the right time is in December. We went through the entire racing slot for the next half year, and December 3rd came up as the best date.
Yes,
we have the Gold Cup coming up in October, and we'll have the Jamaica Cup over 9.5 furlongs in November. So when you looked at the journeys and what gave the sprinters an opportunity to step up, what got the stayers an opportunity to come and prove themselves. So the mile was perfect, and we have the Ian Levy to complement that at the end of the year. So what we're doing here, we're reshaping the calendar and creating a very rich final quarter. We call it our championship quarter in 2020. So this is just another part of the transition of Caymanas Park.
Right, and George is making fun of my fascinator. Talk to us about the glitz and the glamour that will be on show at Caymanas Park.
Yeah, so we're already working with sponsors behind the scenes. Over the next few weeks, we hope to start making those announcements. We have done it before with the Diamond Mile. The partners that we have currently and some other partners behind the scenes can easily flick a switch and make that happen. So we're going to have a great infield experience. We've just put up our state-of-the-art board. But what impressed me today, and I've seen these renders 100 times, but we're driving through the Meadowvale gate, and once you drive in, you look over towards the track and you see Caymanas Park. So it's not just that the screen is there now, it's crowned with the name Caymanas Park. It's really makes us feel proud. So that is in place. The infield will be in place. There will still be prizes and surprises for the regular patrons in the stands. And as we speak, every time you come here, you're going to see changes. We're making baby steps in making these changes, and to making Caymanas Park a world-class facility. It's already a world-class track. 9 furlong oval. It's probably only bested by Belmont Park. We have dune sands. We just put on some more sand recently. So the guys are really enjoying the racing surface. The horses are enjoying the racing surface. So it's now time to bring back international racing. We've already received interest. There's a certain champion trainer out of Gulfstream Park with Caribbean heritage that is already looking to understand how the quarantine rules are and can they bring in a horse, because we left 4 slots for importeds. There's another Jamaican-born trainer who is doing very well in Gulfstream, and he recently won a meet at Calder. He's trying to figure out how he's going to bring down a couple of animals for the race. So everybody's excited, and as I said, we're just bringing back the whole glitz and the glamour. We've had 2 hard years of COVID. We've learned to live with it, and everybody has to get the show on the road. We kept the core product up and running, but now it's to bring that real lust and excitement to the park.
Yeah, Solomon, you just alluded to the possibility of probably Florida-bred horses coming to this event. I know the racing industries in Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago are struggling at the moment, but you remember when the Red Stripe Super Stakes would have been hot and horses from Barbados and TNT would have come for the Red Stripe Super Stakes. Any likelihood of any other Caribbean entries for this Mouttet Mile?
Well, we would love that, and that is the purpose of this race. When we consider 4 foreign slots, we only consider the North American-based animals. Where there's already a tripartite agreement for the Caribbean-based animals. So any one of those animals, whether they were Jamaican-bred racing in Barbados or Trinidad, or Barbados-bred or Trinidadian-bred, they are very much considered native-bred, so they are very much invited to the party. Part of the issue is there's a routing for the airlines, and the airlines go Miami, Kingston, and then down to the Caribbean, and then back to Miami. They don't have a routing that goes from the Eastern Caribbean back up to our side. So it would almost have to be a special charter. And for that to work, you would almost want about 24 animals to come on that charter. We've tried before, we've invited them. They came up with about 8 of the 24. And some owners were iffy, they said they didn't want to travel, they couldn't be bothered with the excitement, so they didn't do it. So hopefully there will be some amount of interest again, and maybe we can organize a special charter to bring them down.
Yeah, I was wondering with Andrew Nunes, the brother of Anthony Nunes, being champion trainer in Barbados at the moment, if that might, trigger a little more interest from the Garrison Savannah racers coming to Caymanas Park.
Well, yes, and I mean, as I said, I alluded to one Caribbean-based trainer, which is Safi Joseph. Apparently, he has an interest, and he used to participate in the Sandy Lane Gold Cup before. This person is a little richer, so why wouldn't he want to take a shot, eh?
Yeah, and I know that the purse here exceeds the Diamond Mile purse and also the Sandy Lane Barbados Gold Cup purse as well, which George had mentioned makes it the richest ever event in CARICOM horse racing history.
Yeah, so, we're up in the ante. We've been doing a considerable amount of work behind the scenes to improve on the product, to improve on the handle, to try and create better purses. So that's just the start of it for this particular race day. We're going to be doing some more work with the sponsors to bring them on to create a richer race day. And, the plan is to bring everybody from the Caribbean here. Time might seem short, but it's just about perfect, to get the show on the road. But this is a 3-year contract with the Mouttet family, so you can start planning for next year. I mean, 18 months for animal in a horse racing game is not a lot of time. So if you can't get the animal here this time, get him here for next year, because it's going to be same weekend, first weekend in December, in 2023 and 2024.
Yeah, and finally, Solomon, you said off air before the interview started that you are at Caymanas Park at the moment, sort of supervising the arrival of some 2-year-olds from the US, getting ready to be injected in the Jamaican Caymanas Park setup. Could you talk to us a little bit more about that?
So we are, as early as February 2021, I had presented our business plan to the board of directors, and it was accepted by my SVREL board. It was accepted by the SVL board. In 2020, in addition to COVID, there was a equine flu floating around. So we had to wait until all of that subsided and, there was some amount of normalcy. So the maestro, Philip Fiani, went up recently and bought 5 animals on behalf of the company. And we were looking at how we were going to interject this into the racing population. Rumors have a way of circling, and some influential people around town heard that, what we were doing. We had approached them a long time ago to get involved, and they heard that we were bringing in these animals, so they quickly created a syndicate. And, I think there are 2 syndicates awaiting ratification and approval, and they're going to take over these animals and be racing them. And hopefully there will be a 2-year-old race on the calendar for Mouttet Mile Day, so for importeds, because it's important for us to add to the racing stock here. We have 1,100 animals, and these 2-year-olds are important next year, January to June, to help to bring on the local breds, because as non-winners are 2, which is a critical race for the animal, this is when the foreign 3, when they're 3 now, the foreign 3-year-olds running the non-winners are 2 as a maiden, and then they go in the restricted stakes. And these races, again, help to bring on these animals until they get to the Portmore and the Kingston and to the Triple Crown Series.
Hear you on that. Solomon, thank you for talking with us today. All the best, and we look forward to see what is announced to support the December 3 staging of the inaugural Mouttet Mile. All the best.
A lot more announcements. So we want to have 12 solid races on the day. So lots of work has been happening behind the scenes for the last 2 years for this, and we continue to turn it out. So more announcements to come, and I really appreciate being on your show and all the coverage that SportsMax has given Caymanas Park. And
Excellent,
the fans really appreciate it.
Excellent, sir. All the best. Solomon Sharpe, there, the chairman of Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited. They are the sole promoters of horse racing in Jamaica. Back with more after these.